I fucking hate early access games. Does anybody else, or is it just me? Goddamn hate the amount of games now, especially anticipated games, that get released and it's like early access. It really fucking infuriates me when a cool looking game comes out, a brand new game, something original, something we haven't seen before. It's like, oh wow, this new game's come out that I've been waiting for ages or something, and then you go on it, it's like, oh, sorry bitch, early access, you gotta wait another 6 to 12 months for the whole fucking game to be released. And sometimes that never even goddamn happens, and it stays early access. Like, I really don't see the benefits that much to having early access this available. Like, I can understand playtesting a game and releasing beta keys to kind of individual people. I know I was one of the people who got a beta key for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I got it quite late, to be honest, but I did get one eventually, and it was, you know, kind of fun to play the game in a sort of beta version. But you know, I didn't have to like pay for that or anything, and when the full-fledged game came out, they completely changed it, and everything was different, and it was like, okay, I understood that. But the early access thing on Steam, just it doesn't really make much sense to me in the same respect as it's like you're testing a game, because really, like, it's not really testing a game, and it's not really getting to play a game early, if you know what I mean. It's just, oh, you're paying top dollar for something that's not even finished. And yeah, I know prices for early access games aren't that much as brand new AAA titles, I'll agree there, and you know, shit on Steam is pretty cheap anyway. But it just seems to be like a lot of these games, you know, there's a sale on at the moment, that's where all the prices are down, but like £19, £17, £11, £19, that's, you know, that is a lot of money for something that's not finished. And I do have quite a lot of early access games on my wish list, mainly because I'm keeping track of them for when they get fully released. But I have also brought games in early access before, one of which was Verdun. Really great game, really cool to play the beta and everything, but when it got fully released, barely changed. Like, hardly anything about it changed. It's almost exactly the same now as it was when I played it in the beta. Yeah, a few graphical things have changed, but the overall game is exactly the same. And the other thing as well, one of the games I was really stoked for was Killing Floor 2. Like, I played the shit out of the first Killing Floor. I did videos of it. Me and my friends used to play it all the goddamn time until the servers started playing up anyway. And we, like, all of us were like really hyped for Killing Floor 2. And now it's like, oh look, Killing Floor 2, it's out, it's here, it's great, it's great. Fucking early access. Really? I was so, you know, there was so much anticipation for this game to come out, and then it does, and it's like, oh yeah, early access. It's still in beta. And you know that means you've got to wait fucking like at least a year, at least another year before the whole game comes out. You know, I mean, this was released up in April of this year, so not that long ago, but it's gonna be a while before the whole thing is fully released. And yeah, I guess it is good in a way to have the game tested first and then released so that it's not like full of bugs and broken and shit. But again, I'd still rather pay top dollar for a game. I would rather pay the full price for a game that was completely fucking broken, full of bugs, didn't run, and then was updated within like a week or two to fix it, and then like everything was great. I get the game that I paid for, rather than paying top dollar for a game that is undoubtedly not finished. That's the whole reason it's early access, is because it's not totally finished yet. Play that and deal with, like, you know, bugs, glitches, graphic design problems and everything, and then have to wait 12 months for any of them to be repaired, if they even get repaired. I think, is that like, oh no, okay. For a second there, I thought that was DLC for Killing Floor, which hasn't even been released yet. But there's tons and tons of games now that are up on early access. I don't really, do they still do the Steam Greenlight thing? Is that still a thing, or has that kind of like morphed into early access? Is that still a thing? Hang on, let's have a look. I don't think that's a thing anymore. Like, did they get rid of the Greenlight system? It's difficult to check now because of goddamn sales on and everything. Because again, the Greenlight system was you know, kind of the same as early access, but it was more for like games that would be coming to PC that may not necessarily have originally been made for PC. Wow, there's every fucking game's on sale at the moment. Not that it's making much difference to me, because I have no money at the moment, so I will not be partaking in this sale, which is a shame because I'd like to have done a giveaway, but it's not happening. So instead I'm complaining about early access games. So yeah, basically my biggest problems is it spoils the anticipation for a game. That's a definite. Like, you know, if Half-Life 3 came out tomorrow and it was early access, and it's like, oh great, so it's, you know, it's kind of been confirmed, we know what the game's going to be and that it's, you know, what it's going to look like and shit, but it's still not the whole game, you know. It's like a teaser almost for the upcoming game. I guess it is good in a way for like anyone who's got sort of a low budget and you know, kind of makes a game that's not quite done and then comes back to it when they get some more money. You know, I can understand why it's good in that respect, but you know, I don't care. Like, I don't care that the game's not finished. I want a finished game. You know, if it ain't done, don't give it to me. Give me the finished product and let me pay for it, and then if there's a problem with it, you can fix that shit. You know, I'm not interested in like, oh, you know, you get to play it early and you get to test it and everything. I don't care. I really don't care. Just give me my finished game, please. Thank you. Okay, like I have a couple of games. Is that early access as well? I mean, go on the store page. I played the original one of this. No, that's not early access. That's funny. I would have thought that would have been. I played the original one of those games, whatever they're called. That's early access. That's always going to be early access, and Killing Floor 2 as well. But I have brought early access games before, you know, because they kind of looked interesting and whatever. But you know, most of them I don't really play for that long, or I don't go back to them. And like I was saying, a lot of the games, like they finished their sort of time as a beta, I guess, and then like they don't really upgrade. The biggest issue with that was where's it gone? Here somewhere. Verdun. Anyway, that, you know, that's, yeah, there we go. This game is no longer in early access, and it's like it's barely moved on from the original beta anyway. So it's kind of like, the fuck, you know. I wanted a fully finished game, and this is a good game as well. This isn't a terrible game. It's well put together. It's well thought out, and I need to do a full review on it at some point. But it's like, you know, they had the opportunity to change it and make a lot of difference, and they really didn't. So what was the point in releasing it as a beta anyway? I have a couple more early access games. I'm not going to fly through all of them, but you know, I have a handful anyway. But they just, you know, the main thing, I would rather play a finished game, a ready to go game that was broken and would then get fixed, than one that, you know, is gonna be broken and stay broken or have problems for that amount of time. It's just not my sort of thing, really. But anyway, let me know what you think about early access games. And if you say something logical, I may reply to it, because I like having conversations and shit. I also like arguing, so don't say anything fucking stupid. Anyway, cheers for watching this short video about early access games. Okay, thanks, bye.